everybody. This is Mike with On Point Preparedness. I wanted to do a video unlike any other video I think I've ever done on this YouTube channel, and it purely is conspiracy theory. I don't have any quote-unquote proof to back this up. It is only a theory, but it is very interesting, and I did not see anything else on the internet that talked about this, and so I thought I'd just share my ideas with all of you. And it really relates to this event that happened back on December 17th, where the Pentagon publicly announced that they've been funding a secret UFO program. And they actually go to the extent of releasing video footage from a Navy pilot filming an unidentified flying object, and the audio is incredible because these pilots are astounded at the speed at which this thing is moving and its agility. If you recall my last interview with Gary Bates a couple days ago, he's the CEO and director of the movie Alien Intrusion coming out next year. He was astounded at this press release as well. He said the government is always super secretive about UFOs, and so it's unprecedented that they are doing this. He thinks, as well as I think, that this is a type of conditioning that's happening. They want us to see it. And this press release has been covered by all the mainstream media outlets. MSNBC, Politico, Fox, it's everywhere. So here, let's get into my theory here. Now, UFOs typically have a common trait that they are first visible and then they turn invisible. So here's this article here. This UFO is invisible to the human eye, but then this police helicopter actually identified it using a heat camera. And here's another one, vanishing UFOs spotted over Ontario. And so this whole UFO crafts being invisible and visible really brought me back to the movie Predator, where this camouflage that the Predator had could make him go completely invisible. And I thought about this scene from Predator 2. I'm going to let you listen to that right now.
These suits insulate all body heat, making the team invisible to the creature.
We flooded the packing house with radioactive dust. We've also installed powerful ultraviolet lighting everywhere. The dust adheres to his body, making him visible.
So here's where this conspiracy theory is going to get really interesting. You guys are going to like this one. So we know at the highest levels, chemtrails has been documented within our own government and NASA. Particularly, I really like this video from TrueStream Media. They actually have video evidence of a presentation at NASA where they talk about geoengineering methods. Particularly, they talk about spraying aerosols into the stratosphere and talking about all the pros and cons of that. Anecdotally, we see this all throughout our skies, this cross-hatched pattern, and it's globally, not just within the United States. The theories on chemtrails is that they're trying to combat global warming. Some say it's depopulation agenda. Some say it is weather warfare, trying to influence droughts on enemy nation states. Here's another theory. And again, I really haven't heard this anywhere else. And I thought about it and I was like, this is plausible. Similar to that little Predator clip you just watched, we know that there's a secret UFO program by our government. We know other governments are looking into this. It's now disclosed. We're being conditioned about it. We know that UFOs are invisible and only sometimes become visible. What if they were spraying our skies with partially radioactive particulates so that they could see these crafts as they come in to our stratosphere? Interesting theory, right? But what quote-unquote proof do I have? Well, I don't have proof, but there is a lot of interesting facts about this. So for one, in 1950, this was revealed. Army scientists secretly sprayed St. Louis with radioactive particles for years, and they say it was to test chemical warfare technology. So literally, they were spraying cadmium sulfide over the population of St. Louis, and they won't admit to whether or not there was any radioactive particulates in it, but it was revealed to the public, and there was a formal apology by the Army. So don't trust your government. And this is true news. This isn't a hoax. This actually happened. And so here you can see a photograph of U.S. Army officers actually spraying this aerosol onto the streets, and there was probes all throughout the city to basically measure the dispersion of it. Now, this was actually carried out on a much larger scale afterwards. So there was something called Operation LAC, that is Operation Large Area Coverage. And this is where, what did they do? They dispersed microscopic zinc cadmium sulfide particulates over much of the United States. Now they say again the purpose was to determine the dispersion and geographic range of a potential biological or chemical attack from our enemies. But as you know, if the government was going to spray St. Louis as well as the entire country secretively, really can't trust anything that they're going to say. So we know this is fact, that they sprayed carcinogens and radioactive materials across all of us. We really don't know what the true intent of it was, but does it really relate to this mysterious program that has just been uncovered again December 17th this year? This is when they publicly announced it. Interesting theory, right? Interested in your comments below, so let me know what you think. If you haven't yet checked out my interview with Gary Bates and his movie Alien Intrusion, I really do suggest you at least check out this interview and then perhaps go and see his movie, which will be in theaters nationwide on January 11th. The link will be in the YouTube description box, and it will be available as a thumbnail if you click it on the screen. Thanks, everybody. See ya.